Hi, beautifuls. If you saw how this camera was propped up right now, you would just be dying laughing. So, anyway, I hope it doesn't fall, but I wanted to come to you today and talk about the things I really don't miss about, um, I guess, eating the standard American diet that, like, you really wouldn't think of. So, I was hoping for natural lighting. It's just the grossest, dreary day today, and I'm sorry, but at least you can see me. This is the best I can do. Um, so I didn't really notice that I missed I really didn't miss these things until we had Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. I just forgot, I guess, because I don't do a lot of cooking now. I forgot, like, how gross it is. And honestly, like, it was just disgusting. So, my mom, of course, made turkey ham because she always does, but my sister and I. Okay, sorry, my dog started barking crazy and had to go figure out what they were barking at. It turns out it was nothing. Okay, back to the video. So, my mom, of course, made a meat dish, and my sister and I made the rest of the food so that we could make sure it was compliant for us eating. And see, I just don't know what their problem is. You're just gonna have to hear the dogs in the background. So, I, of course, decided to do the dishes to help my mom out, even though we'd prepped most of the food. Um, I started doing dishes, and I noticed that, like, my soap wasn't lasting, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? And the more dishes I did, the worse it got. And then when I went to do the pan that the meat was cooked in, like, I had to use like a ton of soap because the amount of grease in there was just so bad. So I just, I guess, I don't know. It was like the grease wouldn't disappear. And I kept washing, and like you could see like the greasy film around everything. And I forgot, I guess, how greasy meat is and how bad it like sucks up all your soap. So here I am washing dishes, and I'm like, why isn't this stuff getting clean in like 2 seconds? Because honestly, my stuff gets clean super quick. So most of the time, like my blender that I use every single day, I just rinse it out and the stuff comes right out. I don't wash it maybe once a week. I do. Um, but like I guess I don't pay that much attention. Most of the stuff rinses right off. I give it a whoosh whoosh and I'm clean. But this stuff was like scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, and the meat would like stick to the pan. And I use a ceramic pan, or I mean, that's pretty much all I use is ceramic. Even in my Instapot, stuff doesn't stick like meat does. Every once in a while, I'll cook meat for the rest of the family because we still have it in our freezer, and that will stick. But like vegetables and stuff like that don't stick to it. So I just kind of swoosh it around with a little scrubber and I'm done. And dishes are super quick, but over there it took forever. So that is one thing and I definitely don't miss about the standard American diet is the amount of soap required and scrubbing and the amount of grease in the dishes because of the meat dishes. Another thing I don't miss is having to pack away all the food all the time super quick after you get done eating. So over there, everybody ate, and when they were done, we had to pack it all up because it spoils. And fruits and vegetables don't spoil overnight. So a lot of times my kids will forget, honestly, to put stuff away because I have a night job. So I cook dinner and I leave. And when I come back, that stuff is still sitting out on the counter. Nobody puts it away. And if I don't realize that it's out, like if I use the Instapot and I don't realize that they didn't clean it out and don't check because I'm just, distracted, the next morning, guess what? It's not bad. It's still good food because fruits and vegetables don't harbor all that bacteria and it doesn't start breaking down and rotting. So things are good overnight. So it's really nice to not have to stop your party, pack all the food, and then go back to your party, all your mayonnaises and things that can spoil out in the sunlight. Like, I just don't have that problem anymore. And I don't miss having to stop everything and pack everything up. I can actually enjoy myself and enjoy the party that we're having and not have to worry about the food going bad and spoiling and all that stuff. So I definitely don't miss that about the standard American diet. And the last thing is definitely the diseases that come with it. Every day I hear the elderly come back to me and be like, oh, I went to the doctor and my cholesterol is high or my blood pressure is high. They put me on another medication. And like, it's just over and over and over the amount of unhealthiness that I see every single day. And with my mom and dad having heart disease and diabetes type of thing, like I really don't miss the diseases. I'm not saying that I will never get that because my body makes extra cholesterol anyway, but if I don't have to be on medication until I'm 70 or 80, then that's fine, and I don't plan on being on many. So the amount of that and the amount of weight that comes with the unhealthy food, I don't miss that. And I don't miss having to like starve myself to lose weight, because right now I'm eating like 2,500 calories a day. And somebody who is trying to lose weight on a standard American diet, they're having to cut their calories down so much to like 14 or 1,600 just to try to lose weight. And for most of them, it doesn't help. They just are learning portion control, which you don't have to do if you just change the food you eat. In fact, I binge eat still on salads and lentils and chilies and stuff like that. It's good whole food, and it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. Almost everything that I cook only has 1 to 5 ingredients, and you don't have to worry about how much you eat. You eat until you're full, and sometimes if it's really good, I will stuff myself mega full, and still I'm at maintenance mode. Now if I wanted to lose, then I just kind of hone in what I eat and make sure I eat less fat than what I eat normally. But I'm very good at maintaining a weight. It's just tweaking it a little to lose what I need to stay where I'm at. So right now I'm in the process of tweaking because it was the holidays and I ended up gaining 10 pounds due to trigger foods that I was eating and inflammation. So I'm just tweaking my foods and making sure that I don't eat anything whatsoever that can trigger my body, and the weight is coming off. So it's really not that hard. But it just amazes me the amount of sick people who want to remain sick, the amount of grease that is in everything that they're eating, because that grease just clogs their arteries right up. And then, yeah, the amount of soap and stuff that I seem to save, the least, I mean, I just don't, it's so, you just rinse it and it's pretty much clean. You just swoosh, swoosh, you're done. Like, I just don't understand these. And then like, you ever get those where you're like sitting, you like, oh man, I don't want to do dishes tonight, and you've made like some sort of dairy dish. You know where I'm going with this. You set it in the sink, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna like soak it, I'll do it tomorrow, and by the next morning it stinks to high heaven, and it is just, there's a film on there and it is just disgusting. I don't ever have that. I can pretty much rinse something and it is almost clean to where there's nothing left on it. And I just don't miss any of that stuff. So yet another few reasons to switch to plant-based eating, because it makes life so much easier and simpler. And honestly, I don't even miss cooking. So I will cook a few things. Like this morning, I was just hankering lentils. Like, I just love regular green lentils with some salt and pepper. Like, that's it. And so popped it in my Instapot for like 10 minutes and put it in like 3 containers, one for today for lunch and then 2 others to save. Rinsed out my pan, swish with a little soap, clean, good to go, done. And I didn't even have to do nothing but clean the pan basically. But like, that's all the cooking I seem to do. And or it bakes in the oven, and then again, there's no grease because I'm not using that. I use either parchment paper that I can throw away, or I use like it's kind of like it looks like a cooling rack, but you can set stuff on it. It's about the size of a pizza pan, and I got it at Walmart, but I can just stick like all my potatoes on that. They don't really stick to that either because it's like I don't know if it's Teflon coated or something like that, but like these things I just don't miss. And I guess I didn't realize how much work and effort I had to do on the other eating style until the holidays rolled around and I was at my mom's. So I don't know. You can decide for yourself, but I don't miss these things. I don't care to add them back in my life either. So I hope that this video was just kind of funny and helpful, that, you know, to get you to eat more plant-based, because it's just the little things, you know, the little things that make your life easier. So if you like this video, please subscribe, hit the little bell notification so that you can get videos when I make them. I try to make them weekly, so I'm working on it, honestly, but I've started a new hobby, and I'm a crafting freak in nature, so I've started a new hobby. I'm going to be starting a new channel. It might already be up by the time this video airs. I'm not sure, but if it is, I'll put the link in the description so you can go check that out and see. But it's going to be basically all craft related. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Until the next time, have a blessed day.